Guys, this is Mr. Joshy J, and in today's Manchester United video, I am going to talk about Anthony Martial, why his time is up, and why he needs to leave the football club right now. The reason why Anthony Martial needs to get out of here right now is he's had so many chances. He's always injured, which sometimes is no fault of his own whatsoever. But the problem is, if you're a striker and you're up front, you need to be moving around much more. There are no excuses. I want to see movements like Robin Van Persie, Wayne Rooney, Ruud van Nistelrooy. They all showed movements. They all wanted to score goals and that. And Martial is just there fucking ball watching. It's like you're meant to be trying harder, and it's nowhere near acceptable how he's just lazy and waits for the ball to arrive instead of moving, which is the number one aim in elite sports, is to be the best, and he's not showing it. Which, if Rashford does not score the goals, I mean, what does it mean for this football club? This football club will be absolutely in the gutter if Rashford does not score the goals. Which is why, if Anthony Martial is staying, he needs to step it up big time. There are no excuses whatsoever for Anthony Martial. He's had plenty of chances. He had his debut against Liverpool. He was brilliant. Fans started singing a song about him. The English said he had no chance, 50 million down the drain. Tony Marshall scores again. Tony Marshall come from France. The English said he had no chance, 50 million down the drain. Tony Marshall scores again. Well, the first couple of seasons he was really good, but these days he's just absolutely made of glass, and he's just so lazy. He is not Manchester United standards. I mean, a few fans may be a fan of Anthony Martial, which is fair enough. I respect you for that, but I maintain high standards of this football club, and the standards is that Anthony Martial just simply does not fit Manchester United. It's as simple as that. It's like Dean Henderson. He has joined Crystal Palace permanently. He did a solid job welcoming David De Gea, but he was not quite Manchester United standards. So it's good that we are shipping off these players who are not Manchester United standards. We need to get rid of Anthony Martial. Now we got Højlund, it's like hopefully he'll do a better job than Martial, but he is 20 years old, Højlund. So there's no guarantees that he is going to score a lot of goals. But to me, Anthony Martial, he's just done at Manchester United. I backed him as much as I could, but the last season or so, my patience has just been wearing thin with him. He is absolutely useless. He needs to leave this football club immediately. Let him go. There are better strikers out there than Anthony Martial. But apparently, no, we gotta sell players before we can buy some players. Fucking bullshit. It really is. These Glazers have got no idea how to run the football club. Honestly, we said that for so many years. And there's rumours that the Qataris could be taking over the club, but I've heard it all before. To me, it's a load of PR bollocks. I want it to be true that the Qataris are taking over the club, but until Fabrizio Romano announces it, or the football club announces it, I will not believe anything what comes out these owners' mouth. Honestly, I do not trust them one bit. I don't even fucking trust them to run a hot bath for me, yet alone run a fucking football club. It's like, dear me, these Glazers are just an absolute joke. And if they spend more money, we could bring in a better striker. It's like, if actually we had owners who had the standards to win, we would actually went for Harry Kane before he went to Bayern Munich. Look at this on his debut. He scored a goal. Now he's got two more. He scored a penalty. And he scored another goal. So brilliant. 3 goals in 2 matches for Harry Kane. That's unbelievable. Yet this football club it just didn't bother going for Harry Kane, where Harry Kane would have been perfect player to fit the role, honestly. But instead we're stuck with this useless cunt, Anthony Martial. There's no excuses, honestly. I've just had enough of him. He's had so many chances. It's like, what more do the football club need to do? And say to Anthony Martial, right, you're not good enough. Now, get out of here. Seriously, it's so simple. Just get him out. I'm sick and tired of him just ball watching all the time. Like I said, if you're a striker, I want to see movements like so many strikers have done. I mean, look at Lukaku. He's another lazy fucking bastard just stood in the technical area waiting for the ball to come into him. It's like, movement. Just move around the pitch. Seriously. This is why I am baffled why we kept Anthony Martial for so long. Look, this is no hate on Anthony Martial by any means. When he first came into the football club, I was a huge fan, but he's just not delivered. It's as simple as that. If you don't deliver, you should not be involved at this football club. It's like, if you're doing a job right, if your boss thinks, right, you're not good enough, you would get yourself sacked. He would sack you. He or she would think, right, this person's not up to the job. Off you go. Good luck finding yourself some new employment. Why don't this football club have the fucking balls to do it? Just get him out of here. Honestly, I'm really tired of seeing his face. I really am. It's like, he brings nothing to this football club. If we had a more clinical striker, I believe we would be scoring a lot more goals. Rashford is good on the left wing, but he's useless up front because he's not being provided any service. I mean, Martial was given a chance against Forest yesterday, and again, very poor, just ball watching all the time. It's like, why aren't you moving around much more? Injuries, like I say, the injuries is not always cool because it's part and parcel in football, unfortunately. Players who get injured, some get more injured than others. I guess it just depends on their training and how they look after themselves as well. But yeah, I mean, look, he's done some good things for us. Also, recently, he's just not been delivering, which is why his time at this football club is over. It's finished. It's as simple as that. I mean, if you are an Anthony Martial fan, comment down below why you still back him, because I'm pretty sure majority in this fan base have had enough of him. And if you are a Manchester United fan, subscribe to this YouTube channel to see daily Manchester United uploads, because I now post Manchester United videos every day, even when there's not a match on. I always find a topic to talk about Manchester United now, because you guys are enjoying my Manchester United content. I will keep providing it for you. So yeah, it's really good to talk about the football club I love. At least I have the standards, unlike this football club, the ownership. I mean, Manchester United are honestly on about signing Cucurella on loan from Chelsea. I mean, why the fuck do we need him for? I mean, I think that needs to be a video somewhere this week. Me talking about Cucurella coming to club. I'm not happy at all. If this is true, he's coming, then where is the standards on this football club? That's another reason why you should subscribe to this YouTube channel, because I make sure the standards are maintained. Been supporting the football club for 24 years. I'm 30, coming up to 31, so I expect to maintain the standards. It's something the football club do not have, but we as fans, majority of us fans do. It's as simple as that. Like I said, I try to be patient with Martial. I try to back him the most I can, but simply he is not to Manchester United standards. It's as simple as that, I'm afraid. Comment your thoughts down below. I will always reply. And join me again tomorrow for another Manchester United daily uploads. Then I will have the preview for the Arsenal game on Wednesday. Thank you so much for all the support on these Manchester United videos. It means a lot to me. Bye bye.